Okay, guys, so we're on our final exam. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on what to expect and what you're going to do. So when you click into Blackboard, um, you're going to see your final exam prep. That's ready from day one, but your final exam, if you notice, it's not bold or colorful. It's because it's not going to be available until after January 3rd, okay? So it'll pop up January 3rd at midnight, and then you will have until January 5th at midnight to complete it. So you have 2 days to decide when to take your final. So let's look at the final exam prep. Okay, it's a folder. If you click in it, you're going to find your final exam study guide. This is a one-page document you can print and write all over. It tells you what you are going to look at or do in your test. So these are your learning outcomes. This is what your test is based on. Okay, and here are your terms and concepts. So you need to be familiar with these terms and concepts. You need to be able to define them, analyze them, and understand when they are being used within an example. Okay. You also need to be aware of the geographical locations of the specific cultures that we studied in your textbook. Not all of them, but some of them. So when I say geographical locations, the question on the test may say, where are the Azande tribes located? And then you'll have multiple choice answers, and you need to know that they're located on the continent of Africa, or they're located in the northern Sudan, something to that effect. Okay, so you're going to want to look at your book to study those. Okay, so again, these are your terms and concepts. You need to define them, analyze them, and understand when they're being used within an example. Okay. Also in your exam prep, I've given you your textbook, so you can just click right here to access it to help you study. And then I've given you this wonderful glossary. Okay, so remember that final exam had terms on it. That study guide had a lot of terms on it. So use this glossary that is in alphabetical order. Find the definition of that term. Write it down, use it to study, and that way you can not only understand the term through definition, but you'll know when it's being used in an example, and you'll be able to analyze it if necessary on the test. Okay, so this cultural anthropology glossary is extensive, but it's easy to find the word you're looking for because it's all alphabetical order, and it is wonderful. Okay, it also has separate links to certain things if you want to look up those things. Okay, so use this for your benefit. I have it in there for a reason. All right. And then once your exam opens, your exam is all multiple choice. You only get one attempt on this exam, and it has a 1 hour time limit. So it is not technically an open book exam. You need to be familiar with what you're doing before you try and attempt this exam. All right. It does say here that notes and textbooks can be used, but don't rely on them because you only have 60 minutes to answer every single question. All right. And so you need to make sure that you have studied before you take the exam. All right. Once you've answered all the questions in the exam or you've run out of time, the exam will submit. And that's it, folks. You're done with this course. Okay. So really quickly, I'm just going to go over this again. You have a whole folder that will help you prep for your final exam. Print this study guide, access your textbook if you need to, and utilize this glossary. All right, your final exam will open, so it'll be available to you after January 3rd, okay, at midnight. So it's technically January 4th, and it's due January 5th by midnight. So you will have 2 days to take it, but you have all the time in the world to study. All right, because your study prep is open from day one. Okay, all multiple choice, so you don't have to write essays. There's no written part of this exam, but it is only 1 hour. All right, you only have 1 hour to do it. Okay, if y'all have questions or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, good luck on the exam.